So we have our break just above the selected spectator's card. And this is when you're gonna want to do the false riffle shuffle. You go on to explain how you'll never let someone shuffle your cards again, because this is what happened. You have a break here. So what you can do is hold the cards, and I like to hold the cards here because then you can just get a nice swivel cut. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can do it the way I do, where you just swivel the entire packet off and flip it over to get ready to shuffle it. Or the recommended starting way to do it is to do the same kind of thing where you have a break and then swing cut, and then when you go to flip the entire pack over, you just drop the entire break face up onto the cards. So it's really your preference. I think it's faster and cleaner looking just to take the whole pack and do it, than to risk getting messy, take half of the packet and then flip over the whole packet. And plus, people might see that they are in order. So my technique is to have your break just above the spectator's card, swing cut it off, flip it over, and get ready to do your false riffle shuffle. When you do it, the spectator's card is right here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to do it, you're going to make sure, it doesn't matter how you do it, but you want the spectator's card to be the only one on top. There was a time when we were doing the trick and I had the cards come like this. So I had 2 cards on top, and that was wrong. So I had to restart. So, and you want to do it fairly quick, because if too many people see that they are in order, it might get fishy. So you want to get used to shuffling the cards quickly, so it's just like a blur. And then you do your false riffle shuffle, and you push the top card over to the other card. So now all these cards sticking out are face up, and all these cards are face down. So you can square it up, and when you come over to do your cut, you'll get used to trying to get good at this. But you swivel them off. Again, I'll have an entirely different tutorial on how to do this. So now all these cards are really face down, and all these cards are really face up, except the selected spectator's card. So again, false riffle shuffle, make sure their spectator's card comes on top, slide it over so you know that's going to be the face down card, and then you can do the cut to remove it, catch a break, and boom. They do this one technique. To end the trick, they do one technique that shows hand motion over the cards that gets the entire packet to flip. And all that is just like air motion. It's just a quick drop that makes the entire packet on top flip with the hand coming over the top. But I don't like to use that because sometimes it gets messy. So right now I don't do it this way, so I might not do it perfect. But what I imagine it's supposed to look like is exactly. So I can't do it. Man, I am a terrible, terrible magician and teacher.
Jarek, you don't know anything about magic.
Seriously, I need some lessons.
Definitely.
So, here's the way that I did it. Because what they want you to do is flip over the card, the entire packet, and get the sandwich on top. But there's another trick called fade out that I'll show later. Fade out is a great, great trick. But they do this move where you need to watch this carefully. I'll show it from the magician side, where you have your break, and all you do is you flip over the entire packet, grab this entire side, and then it's almost like passing the bottom part back underneath. So it looks like you're turning the deck over, but you're really reversing half the packet to go the opposite direction. So what ends up happening is their one card is where it needs to be, between the cards that it needs to be. But, so, again, I'll show that the cards were like this, with the break here. I don't know where the 6 of diamonds is. I'm going to find it really quick, because there it is. It's really going to annoy me if I don't find it. So, again, when I was doing the trick, I made it look like I was just turning the deck over, but you have to cover it by saying, so I looked over, watch the cards very closely. So I looked over, and just like that, the move is done. And now the cards are back to their restored order. Again, one more time, for all intents and purposes. You got a break right on their card, and you do some kind of motion that will distract them from what's really going on. You're taking the cards, gripping them, pushing them away, gripping the bottom packet, which is technically the top now. Well, it's technically the bottom. And then you're going to peel the cards from underneath. So you have your break, and you're moving all about. It's just a really quick move. It's wrong right now. The move hasn't been done. So it moves around, and then you go back, the move's done. It's really quick. So now, when you go through the cards, hold them face up, spread through the cards, and show there's one face down card. Be like, but that didn't scare me or whatever. And then you come over to show that. I'm gonna move these cards over here really quick. So you spread through, you show all these cards, and when you're doing this, you want to get to the first ace, or whatever card separates the two. And you want to be like, oh, that was the 7 of diamonds that the spectator had, and then put that remaining packet on top. So now the cards really have resetted themselves. You can go through, and they are in complete order up to their selected card. And that is really emerged triumphant. Watch it a couple times, and watch me perform the trick too, and other people perform the trick. You'll know exactly what's going on.